Hey class, welcome to week 5, where we go over objections, discovery meetings, and closing the deal. So there's some good information that I want to share with you. We'll start off with just the weekly assignments. Here we're going to have you read chapters 8 and chapters 11. There's also a couple other things that you can read there as well, some links. And there's a video called, that's item number 6 here, called Finding the Customer Needs. You're going to have 2 assignments. You're going to have Overcoming Price Objections assignment and then a Needs Discovery simulation. Okay, let's get into, let's get into pricing real quick. So how do we overcome pricing objections? And if the price is too high, the customer is going to let you know. And there might be some adjustment on that pricing that you need to do beforehand. You need to figure out what your margins are. You got to be careful not to price yourself out of the situation, but you still want to have good margins and make it worth your time. I would also say that sometimes it's important to get a sale, and perhaps that first sale, not necessarily a sweetheart deal, but it gets them in the door, and then you just win them over with service over time to get more sales and bigger sales. So I just want to take a look at one price objection strategy that you could use, and that is just tell them, hey, let's zoom out and take a look at this a little bit more objectively. If this solved the problem for you, would you be willing to purchase? So sometimes people just have price objections. They think it's too expensive, but if there's a pain point that they are having in their business and this actually solved it, would it be worth it for them to do that? Perhaps the price is too expensive, but they haven't really looked at what the ROI is. So as a salesperson, it's a good time to share with them an ROI. So ROI is that return on investment. So if they purchase your product and it allows them to make more money, and they haven't done that in the past, then you've got a good advantage there to get them in the door. So this HubSpot website, it has 14 different ways to deal with price objections, and it's just a really good tool to get started in learning about how to overcome price objections. So the assignment is like 5 different ways that you can overcome price objections. So in this assignment, you're going to use that week 4 assignment where you did prospecting and you came up with all those different prospects. Use the business that you used in that one. So you're just going to carry on from there. You're going to come up with 5 different responses and why it will help you with your prospect. So that is the first assignment. I believe that's worth like 10 points. Moving on down, you'll have to take a look at some of the content. There's a video in Finding the Customer Needs, but in our text on chapter 8, it discusses discovery meetings with prospects and how to get started. So I'm just kind of scrolling through this real quick, and there's some key things that you should be taking away with this. Is like when you go into a discovery meeting, you really should have some goals or objectives in mind, main points that you want to discuss. And then one of the key things that I think is really important is the takeaways or action items. So if you scroll down here a little bit, what are our clear next steps? And so here are some examples of those clear next steps. And if you see, each one of them proposes getting more in depth at a different date, a specific date, right? That's really important that we have, a follow-up with specific times. We don't want to be too general there. If we just leave it open-ended, there's a good chance they won't connect with you. It's your job to kind of get them in to a time slot where you both can get together and meet. So that's why it says like, hey, next we can do a deep dive on June 16th or demo. Or let's do a follow-up meeting. I'll have a full proposal for you ready on November 11th at 9 a.m. So those are just different ways that you can meet with them and create some action items through your discovery meeting. So I want you to read through that chapter as well. And then let's just take a peek here at the needs discovery simulations. These are your second assignment. It is worth 45 points. You have a question here. It'll create a business for you. And then if you look here, the whole idea behind this is that you are, what I have done is I have created uh, a needs discovery meeting in the form of kind of a test, right? So when you answer those questions, that'll kind of lead you into the next one, so to speak. You're going to get feedback, but it won't be until after I've graded it. You're more than welcome to go back into and take it again, right? So there's 3 essay questions at the end of this, but um, the first 6 questions are ones that you're going to have to select the best answer. If you get it wrong and it gets graded, you're going to get some feedback, and you're more than welcome to go in and take that again. You don't have to retake the essay part of it. You could just copy and paste that if you wanted to, or I'll just grade it based on the previous one. But um, I want you to understand this, and the way you can do that is from the feedback that I provide. It's just unfortunate that the only way you can get that feedback is after I grade it. And since I have the essay questions in there, it's going to take me a little time to grade it. But I think it'll be the best way for you to get a very good understanding of the assignment and to critically think about the kind of interaction you want to have with a customer during a needs discovery meeting. So I hope this helps. I hope you do really well this week and continue to move forward in your sales class. And if you are having any questions or any struggles whatsoever, please let me know. Thanks and have a great week.